high as I've ever been, higher than heaven sits. Roll up my weed and think about my exes and jealousness, how to stay current and relevant.
Yo, hey guys, it's me again, and for the past 6 months or so, I have been doing some DIY bodywork on my BMW E46. In this video, I will go over a bunch of mistakes that I did and a bunch of tips and tricks, so hopefully you guys can get an understanding of what it's like to do your own bodywork in your own garage with rattle cans or spray cans, just like I did. So what you guys just saw was how I got the car originally. So as this is a 2005, it is gonna have some issues with paint. As you guys can see, the front bumper has a huge dent on the front near the top where it's very noticeable. The back bumper had a bunch of spiderweb cracks, and the trunk, the paint and the clear coat was just entirely fading. So we had to redo most of the car with spray cans. So first, what I did was any little imperfections that you have, I went ahead and just used Bondo. So I'm not really gonna go into of how to do it. There's a bunch of other YouTube videos telling you how to do the Bondo, how to sand this, how to paint this, how to clear coat that. What I'm trying to tell you guys is what not to do, the mistakes that you can make by doing this DIY job on your own car, and telling you guys what to look for and what not to do, because I did some of these things, and let me tell you from first-hand experience, I had to redo most of the car at least a couple of times, which ended up wasting a bunch of spray and a bunch of money. So like I did here in the video, first of all, how I only marked off and masked off certain areas that needed filling and spraying. Just go ahead and do the whole panel, if not the whole car, because when just painting and fixing certain little areas where there's scratches, once you take off all your masking tape and everything, there's gonna be a little elevation difference on the surface of your paint because of the layers of primer, paint, and clear coat from what you added. You're definitely gonna see the difference between the old paint and the new paint, not because of how it comes out, but because of the uneven surfaces. So on these spots that I had on my car, I ended up just spraying the whole door. The whole left side of the car just ended up being sprayed because of these mistakes that I made. So another thing to look out for, everyone tells you to use alcohol to wipe down and prep your surfaces, right? So of course, go ahead and wipe it down with alcohol or whatever, but do not, and I repeat, do not use alcohol in between coats. This is one of the reasons why I had to redo most of the surfaces on the car, was because the alcohol eats through fresh paint. If you don't give it enough time to cure, it will basically melt through your new coats of paint and you'll have to restart. So that's what happened to me a bunch of times, even with waiting like 2 weeks, because I had originally painted my front bumper. It was already done, it just needed the clear coat, but the clear coat took a couple of weeks to ship to my house, so I thought that was long enough. So I wiped it down with some alcohol, and even after 2 weeks of like sitting in the sun, the alcohol started eating right through the paint and I had to redo it. And let me tell you guys, because this BMW is a special color, Orient Metallic Blue or something like that, I had to special order this online, and each spray can was like $20 something plus, not including shipping. So what you can do is also go to like your local O'Reilly's if they have a paint shop there within the store, and someone there can go ahead and mix up your paint code and get you a bottle of spray just with the code. Now I'd probably recommend buying gallons of paint and using your own spray gun and everything with your compressor and everything. It will just come out a lot smoother. Let me tell you guys, the spray cans, once they lose air, like towards the bottom of the can, it might start sputtering and it won't leave as smooth a finish as it would with like a brand new fresh can. So So a brand new fresh can has a lot of air and it atomizes the paint a lot better, but towards the end, there's not enough air to get things going on pretty smooth. Don't be like me and just go ahead and do whole panels of your car, or just do the whole car. I would even say maybe a different color, because there is a possibility, because of the paint being so old, especially on older cars like mine. So through the years, the color of the paint started fading with the sun. So when you do get your color matched spray can or paint, wherever you get it from, it might not match entirely. So I've also noticed with spray cans that if you do end up doing a bunch of layers and everything incorrectly, like I said before, but with the more layers you put on after another, more of a chance that you're gonna have some orange peel. For the most part, orange peel wasn't really an issue on most of the car, except the back, where I literally had to redo because of certain chemicals I put to wash the fresh paint. I put a cleaning compound and polish, and for some reason, so like I said before, it left a stain on the fresh paint and I had to redo the whole thing. So this whole job took like at least 6 months. I started in the winter, it's already almost summer. So yeah, basically half a year of just working on my BMW. So I could have just gotten the whole car just painted, taken it to my local body shop or whatever. I got quoted like $2,000 for this paint color, which is quite a bit considering the value of the car as it is. So DIY spray painting your car, it is gonna be a lot cheaper. I ended up paying around like $200 just in materials for like half a car. So it is gonna be a lot cheaper, but it does matter the amount of experience you have. And it was a huge learning process throughout the beginning and throughout the end. My technique got definitely a lot better, and I got a lot more confident in my coats and having them look a lot nicer at the end. But because of me having to redo everything so many times, because like I said, it was a learning process, it ended up being a waste of paint and probably a waste of time. So what I'm going to do next time is, because my dad, he just finished primering and wet sanding his car, his old car, we're actually gonna turbo spray it. So if you guys don't know, Rust-Oleum has this turbo spray. It's a huge can with a huge wide angle nozzle. So the fan of paint is at least like 10 inches. So it gets a lot of coverage, and the paint cans are pretty big. So we'll see how that comes out. So stay tuned for that video. It'll be probably coming out soon. But final verdict, the car does look better than it did before. You guys can see the before and after. Huge dents, a lot of scratches on the bumper, especially the front one, and faded paint in the back. It's not faded anymore, but let me tell you, the quality of the paint job that I did is definitely not going to be up to the standard of your local body shop, where they paint everything with professional materials, professional spray guns and all that. So is it worth it? Well, it depends on how good you are. We'll just leave it as that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like and subscribe for more car videos. I might be getting a new car in the near future, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But I guess that's about it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.